moments of this game. Beautiful change of direction. Desperate defense coming through. Moments of this game. Beautiful change of direction. Desperate defense coming through.
Wait, welcome to episode 16 with our first pointee. I mean, I'm told it took us 15 episodes to
get an English-speaking white person.
Don't worry, homeboys and Mwamba, I'll be here to Kabras too. I'll be here to help you. If Kabras come, I'm gonna network.
Cheers to life.
To life. Kap, karibu sana.
Asante.
This has been a long time coming. Because you want, yes.
I've heard you mentioning. We're looking for you.
Finally, you're here.
Yeah.
Karibu sana, you're shooting live from the winning post.
If you want to come and have dinner with your...
Dinner? Lunch.
Dinner,
there's a curfew.
Oh, there's a curfew.
There's a curfew.
Sorry, your friend. the one you think you're married to, but you're not. You can bring her or him to winning post. Yeah, and have a platter for 2,000 bob. Most important.
A platter for 3, hiyo ni kitu katlo na kulaga peke yako.
Exactly.
All musala.
All
yeah, so
wote na kuna wingers wengine pia. Muka.
Even table officials.
Yeah. Even table officials.
Yes. What's his name?
Nabiswa.
And Alfie.
Hey, Alfie, I saw a photo of Alfie. His neck inatoshana kai kitu.
So yeah, okay. So
Mato, highlight ya wiki yako.
Niko na highlight.
Highlight
yangu.
Boys.
Yes, one Mwenda came to visit us.
Mwenda of Mwendas.
Capital FM Studios. Yes, of Mwendas. And he brought us some delights, some Long Island bottles.
Oh, that new chupa they're selling.
Yeah, for 2K. But
did you tell him?
Wait, let me tell you that.
Did you tell him to nini?
Let me tell you about interviewing Merus. You must be very ready for anything. So I asked Mwenda, what have you brought us? He told us tea. These are the answers, tea.
One word answers.
Yeah. Also delivering food and stuff.
No.
Food. No. Then I asked him, why? COVID.
One word answers.
One word. Merus, please, can we just, even romance with your story. Just come up with a nice story. You come to sell your Long Island iced tea, and you have only one, so you just buy it. What's the problem?
Cap, what is your highlight?
Well, highlights, probably 2 things. Sunday we cycled about 95, 100 kms, trying to well and healthy and fit.
No, that is not making. That's not keeping healthy.
Guys.
Kirinyaga.
No,
Past
just,
Kirinyaga.
just around there. We did a circuit of Karen, bypass,
95.
with AB,
Absalom
Juma, Felix Osiemo,
Yeah.
a couple of other guys. So
Felix is supposed to be here. Where are you? Get here.
normally Sunday mornings, we've been doing that. 100 km, 90 km, something, just to keep ourselves.
You keep yourself busy with 100 km.
Every just once a week,
Yeah, once a week. But well, some of us do another 20 daily. Other people like Godwin midweek will do 95. I think today morning he did.
Yeah, he did.
Something like that.
He did 95 kilometers.
Victor Odwor does Nakuru Naivasha and back to Nakuru. So yeah, to Nyahururu.
What is it?
What is wrong with you people?
Well, it's a one sport you can do now with maintaining physical distance.
Do you know? At some point, I think matatus will go out of fashion.
Yeah, but then cyclists.
That would be perfect. I mean, those of us who are urbanists,
Urban is
non-motorized transit.
The chair. It doesn't.
because car people came here. You came here cycling.
Yes.
Yeah.
The chair. When
chair.
You're sitting on the chair when you're riding
The seat,
bike.
not the chair. The
The
seat.
seat.
Not the chair. The seat. Saddle.
So we're both
Seat.
wrong. So,
But seat sounds better.
this is the thing about being a kierere. You know now. The value was a chair. So you don't gander.
No, you have to get padded pants also. When you-
Padded.
You go to
Nani Vanessa sells also the padded.
shops, you can get just
Vanessa.
ask for cycling.
Vanessa, we are queens.
Cycling.
Oh yes.
Cycling pants.
Cycling.
Yeah, you need to
Adult.
get valuable equipment.
Oh, my highlight was also yesterday. Oh, you said you had two.
Oh yeah, also
The other one.
Thursday we had a rugby meeting, World Rugby. We've been doing a World Rugby high performance. So every other Thursday we normally have a short session. We had a nice session on the line out with guys from different parts of the world.
Was Olishe there?
Was Nigel Owens in that?
No, it's Alan Roller and Alain, the Spanish name. No, Alejandra, Spanish.
Alejandra. Please don't get her name wrong. Anaweza kuchuja WhatsApp group.
Oh, Lishe vipi?
My highlight was yesterday. Yesterday we got together with a few of my work buddies. Kina Sam.
Yes.
Our birthdays are
Yes.
around this
Supposed
month.
to be here last week.
They'll come
Okay.
this next weekend.
Okay.
Leo bibi alimwambia kuna mali unaenda.
And it's mid-month.
Oh yes. Yes. That too.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, we're kind of broke. That's your.
That's highlight.
Nothing. You're not telling us what happened.
Where?
No, je ne sais quoi story.
From that meeting. No, hiyo ilikuwa kikao ya wazee. It was.
Wewe sasa ni mzee.
You know when we were sending questions for the opening reel. So there was a question, when did you start rugby? Hey. Wacha tuanze tu hapo. Cup si kijana.
Si kijana huyo.
So Cup, how did you start the game?
In school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a teacher who had just come from
Uruguay.
Yeah, he had played for the Uruguayan national. There's a nice story around also Uruguay rugby that I can just highlight a bit. He had played for the Uruguay national team. So when he came, our senior team, I studied in Strathmore School.
This is Strathmore Primary.
Yeah, so that was standard 2, 89. He had just come.
I told you.
That two.
Yeah, so he kind of, the senior team was doing very well. Senior team at that time was Gabi. Those are the Form 6s, eh?
Gabi.
Ouko was in Form 6 in 1989.
Yeah. The
That's
Form
a fire.
6s, 88 were Tio and a few other fellows. So they'd been doing well, that generation. So they decided, this teacher decided, let's also teach.
This the primary year.
This introduced the game. We didn't play, when we played throughout primary, we didn't play like very serious.
It's just catch pass.
Competitive. Yeah, catch pass, learn to tackle and such. So we played throughout primary school. I don't think we probably had one competitive game against Hillcrest, which really wasn't all that.
In English.
Yeah. Then standard 8 we played against the Form 1s. Yeah.
Dago.
Yeah.
Dago. Ni Dago.
It was interesting.
Umeanza kueng.
Brother, tumeingia.
Well, they beat us, but one of the guys on our team really played well. And when we got to Form 1, he got a call up to the first team.
Immediately?
Yeah, the coach of the high school team then was Fred Olos.
Yes.
So
he was a teacher there.
You may not know, yeah, Fred Olos was my geography teacher.
Yeah?
In Form 2, 3, and 4. So we had 2 teachers also playing for Impala at the time. There was David Dimba,
yes.
You remember Didi?
Yes.
Playing fly-off, and Fred Olos playing scramble.
Locks was your teacher?
Fred Olos is the only teacher who ever booked me for detention.
So you utiaje kwanza juzi?
Hey, cheers.
Tukianza sasa tutakakadi tulok. For detaining. Is it detaining?
Detaining the guy who detains everyone now.
Oh, it's funny because later on I got to teach geography also in the same school. So I taught, you guys know Kwara.
Yes.
I taught
Oaks.
Yeah.
Your Oaks is teacher. Did you ever book him for detention also?
I don't know. Oaks was a good boy, man.
Oaks
ni kina Kioko mwaribu. He's a very good boy.
Oaks was a good guy.
Oaks ni kijana mzuri.
We did a couple of rebellious things, even as an outside March to June. No, April to June, press code season. So him and a few other fellows, we went and started a team outside school. We went to patch, and when we were in Form 2, we went to patch, beat patch, even won Atamos.
Atamos Cup,
Yeah. Then, and that team ended up winning Blackrock.
What?
In their year.
Nice.
2000. We used to call it Makarao. So you see Okora
say Makarao.
Even wrote it on Twitter.
Tell them about Makarao.
Yeah. So the school team is called Bandits. So they said, okay, we'll call
Bandits in Makarao. So your Bandits in Makarao. That's not bad, eh?
Later on, that team went, when I left the school and went to work also. But the team continued. The school had no problem with it because it was
it was a independent entity.
Parents were for it. So guys like Kanyiri also got to play. 11, I think. They took part in the Kotko schools.
Where?
Minji had left by then?
Minji must have left by then.
Yeah, but yeah.
Minji was my student. But I taught him. Minji was my student. Shundo was my student.
Hey!
Which
Ambunya.
Pius
was in Strath?
Yeah, in Primo.
In Primo.
I taught them in
No
Primo.
wonder.
Because I also taught Primo. Ambunya was he's my guy, sir. Ambunya, I used to go to class to talk about rugby.
Yeah.
Mondays, you don't start stressing students.
With,
so you come, you talk about how the weekend game was. And there's a year when Strath had a very good team. This was when Kopo was in Strath, Boris Owino H.
Yeah.
So you come on Monday, you start talking about rugby. And Ambunya puts his hand up, excuse me, sir. This rugby thing, we find it a bit boring. You can discuss soccer. There were some nice premiership games on the weekend.
Ambunya
Till today we laugh about it.
And now...
He tells me, you know those days I was a soccer
guy. Okay, so you played, started playing rugby primary. Did you play through high school?
Yeah, I played in high school. Played for Strath, Prescott.
Position?
Pevu, Prescott, flanker and hooker.
You tell him that story of Fladis.
Flanker and hooker.
Tell him that story of Fladis, 1997.
That is true. No.
Tell him. Tell him what happened.
No, I wasn't there.
It's a reason why you...
There's a 97 Fladis.
Semi-final.
Sure that this year we are winning Fladis. No discussion. In fact, we beat Patch even away at Patch that weekend. That Prescott.
97?
Friday, Friday, you know, this is also before social media. You don't get
Yeah,
so Friday I knew tomorrow Saturday I had something for some family things, so I didn't go to watch the game. I was in second form. So we're playing upper. So Monday I'm expecting to see
guys are coming back happy for the final. You know,
upper won and this guy scored the winning try. He scored the winning try.
This guy?
Imagine.
Doc.
The doctor, he was on that team.
Hey, flanker hooker. Flanker hooker.
Yeah, that's
So your high...
I played 99. I played Prescott, Dampevu 98, and then Prescott 99 against, you guys know Samuel Mig.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, probably one of the best fly-offs I've seen.
Samuel Otero,
I mean, fantastic.
Short, brown, very nagging thing.
We had a nice game against Changes, lost to them, but the guy really harassed us. We got to the changing room. I remember Steve Okoth. Steve Okoth played for Impala later. He just said, you guys, the things that fly-off has done, you can't be taught. Those are his words.
You can't be taught.
The guy was stepping guys while at, I don't know, 30 degrees.
and I think it's the same year Mutai played, Peter Mutai.
Yeah, Mutai was
Yes.
And then Hila was also on that team, and a few other fellows.
So what's
They won
your-
the nationals that year?
Yeah, they won. Yeah. So what's your highlights? High school rugby throughout school
Beating
rugby.
Alliance. Beating Alliance and then telling them we'll beat you in KCSE, which we did.
These are geek.
So you beat Alliance at Prescott or Damupevu?
Well,
Or was it Prescott?
Yeah,
You beat Alliance,
although they beat us in the return, but we beat them.
beat them,
First leg,
you told them KCSE.
Exams were even going to Charaza you. So they prepared for us.
But I understand.
Because we lost to Changes and we lost to RVA. And this was now our last home game. So we said we can't beat these guys. We have to beat them and then we teach them a lesson.
Come
when
the-
the Magoa of then was releasing,
Was really
I know Tito Duke will start saying things. You know him.
Tito, but that was
Yes. Same here with Kinarach.
This time now, Paul Weloba just started teaching in Alliance.
Yeah.
That's when now we started
yes,
really
picking up their sport.
Yeah. Didn't even think I would get back into the game. I was
Hey.
thinking of getting back, but I just never had that drive.
Motivation.
Yeah.
Stuff, yeah.
Then, so what happened? Then after, fine, I joined Campo, left. Then before joining,
Wait,
that's another story for
Wait,
another
Campo, you joined Campo, left.
day. You know, there's always that thing about the dropout.
I was,
You
yeah.
have to, the Steve Jobs kind
Yeah, okay. The Steve Jobs kind of dropout.
Yeah,
No,
I was a dropout.
so-
Bill Gates.
yeah, Bill Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates kind of dropout. See later niliacha shule.
No, I was a dropout.
I was chased.
Yeah, so then I used to go back to school. Now you go back to watch. Yeah, sometimes I see you at Apa. Match,
You
to
go
watch
back,
the
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
So I'd go back to watch the team playing, and sometimes even midweek you go help them in training just to pass your time. Then once there was no ref for the second team,
Yeah.
so I was asked, hey, but there's no one. Why don't you
I didn't just.
tomorrow if you're available just come ref? So I said yeah, no problem. I went looked for a yellow. I knew refs were yellow. Looked for a yellow T-shirt, kit. I still had kit. And I refed the second team. The first team was being refed by Caleb Wasonga. I don't know if you remember Caleb. He was one of the top refs at the time. So Caleb did the first team. I think it was Strathar Rivier. Then after the game, he he went to each team to kind of do a Q&A with them. Very nice thing.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, you game. Then he saw me and pulled me aside and told me, I've seen you reffing there. Would you be interested in joining the Kenya Rugby Referee Society? The first thing that crossed my mind, no paying to watch rugby. That's the first thing I said. So I wouldn't pay to watch.
The economy was bad.
I'll have front row center seats
Yeah,
at every game.
You just walked out of Campo. You're there, here and there, planning to rejoin campus. Then here is a guy telling you that
You want to
just
join?
come. Because in my mind, I'll just come, run, touch, and go.
Yeah, go. It wasn't
Not
serious.
seen, where to take. So I was just like, yeah, why not? Then that was 2002, but it was towards the end of the season. So I went to so I was told, yeah, come on Wednesday. And we have our meetings Wednesday at Queen's. So I came there. Sat with, you're talking late Osborne, Caris, Victor Munya, Gashoya. That was the site.
That was a pod of referees then.
Yeah, at the time. And there were not even more than 15.
Was Gishinga done by that time?
Yeah, he was done. He was
Okay.
done. Yeah, so then just started attending meetings. And 2003, started getting allocations. So Fladis, I got my first appointment, but it was a walkover.
Wait, your first appointment as a ref was a walkover.
appointment.
Was it at center or?
Yeah, center.
Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that evening I did touch.
For the club game.
Yeah, the club game. I think Ulinzi machine or something.
What a game.
Yeah. Because I waited now to watch news the following day to see myself. Those days there was no Facebook.
There's no Facebook. You wait for the news, sports news.
To see myself. In fact, I told my bro, hey, come. I think they'll show me.
They'll show me.
As the assistant referee, touch
That time was touching the yes.
So then I saw myself there, the flag. Then from there onwards, we.
So
Can
now,
we talk about first? Let's talk about his touch judge. The beginning.
Yeah.
Your first, the first time you were a touch judge in schools, whatever. First time you.
first time you officiated a match.
Under KRS.
Apart from that game.
Apart from that
Strathmore game and the walkover.
No, the first KRS appointment as a touch judge was the Damupevu final.
Mm-hmm.
in that 2002. That was the first touch judge appointment, which was, I think, my only appointment in 2002. I don't think I had any other. And the ref had also just joined KRS. That was Paul Odera.
Okay.
Because we actually joined around the same time.
Hey,
So Paul refed, I did AR, and I think Ndong may have done, or someone.
the other side there.
Yeah.
But he was still playing.
He was, remember that time Polo had an injury.
Okay.
So he came into refereeing, then the following year went back to playing when the Rhinos won Super Series. Then, I mean, he's still a member of the society, by the way. And,
To this day,
Shout out to Colin Abiswa, just in case.
chairman Nairobi, chairman.
Chairman. This is his chairman.
Collins is chairman of Polo.
Yeah. This story will come back later. So you did not ref as Saints game versus Patch in 202?
No, touch judge.
Touch judge.
There was a certain, a friend of
A
ours,
certain
Saints
claim.
versus Patch 202, no.
semi-final Prescott.
No, I can't remember that. And I don't have that.
You don't have the,
records.
yeah, that is so.
And-
They wanna kuwekelea.
Panga.
No, yeah, because then I refed also the final. No,
The Mupegu final.
Godi refed the Prescott final.
Yeah.
And I ran touch for him.
For
This is
Which
the
was Patch.
patch
versus
changes,
somebody.
yes.
changes.
202 is
First time
patch
Patch
changes.
ever won.
Yes, Prescott.
Prescott.
It was patch changes.
It was in that team.
So you're not even in the semi. Somebody said you're in the.
Up till the early years I joined KRS, refereeing was, well, still is, but at that time it was a very individual thing. It's up to you
To build yourself,
build
to.
yourself. You know, there were no educators, there were no assessors.
You agitate.
You
Go
just
to
you're learning the
I
rules
remember I
by
went to a cyber cafe, looked for the laws, downloaded all of them.
They started
Yes, we
reading.
used to use diskettes.
3.14.
My brother just stayed forth. He had a small job at a cyber. So I told him, I'm coming, I'm downloading. Even though there was no, for young guys, there was no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It was.
Zero.
It was
Yeah, it was a
LAN cable.
Three shillings per minute. You know, so you
Yeah.
downloaded all the laws.
There you go.
That time it was the IRB website. And then
Apart, you don't read.
Only read rules on the notice board, big words.
So you've done your place as touch judge. You've been appointed center of our cover game,
Yeah.
which was the first game that you were center referee.
then came that year the schools provincials, which were held at Saints. I think changes. I think it's Lenana that won it. That won that year. The captain was Sydney Ashoya of Lenana
That's
at the time.
2003.
Yeah, because that's the year I really started
Okay.
proper center refereeing. So that was now, you know, when you ref. Then I was there with Okumu, Kilonzo. I think Gash was also there. So you ref, then they tell you, hey, do this. That. They're also refing. So it was a very informal kind of feedback.
So this Saibaki iko na karatasi ya nini?
Yeah, I know it's all changed.
Yeah, right now
Now
is
you even watch a
Tick nini.
video is watched, someone goes home, sends you a report. I mean, it's
this was like upper just do this here.
stand there, it's better.
Stand there, it's better. Your positioning is
Yeah. So that was like now my first proper
center referee.
center, you know, and
Schools provincials.
Yeah, schools provincials.
15 sevens.
No, that was now 15.
That was 15.
That was sevens. That was
Oh, sevens.
Yeah,
Sevens.
yeah.
15s?
15s, I think ESS. I may have done Nazarene Impala 2.
This Nazarene seems to be. Remember, it was Desta for Nani.
Then for Paris it was Daystar.
Desta
versus
Tuk.
Tuk
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Nazarene Impala 2.
at Impala.
Impala, yeah. Which I think Impala 2 won
Easily.
quite a margin.
Quite easily.
Yeah, quite a margin.
It's 2003 as well.
2008.
What? From 5 years?
Yeah, it took time. It took time, and that's what I keep telling young guys. I mean, okay. Also, every weekend we had only 4 Kenya Cup matches.
Oh, because this was 8 teams.
Yeah, I mean, so Ray, Godwin, Caleb, Gashoya, Karimi, Bosco,
Hey.
who joined just slightly before me, I think. By the time now those guys get
Those guys get-
appointed, now you
You are huku chini, eh.
and those guys were at their peak.
At
at
the
the
peak
time.
that,
At the peak at the time. Dong also got into the Kenya Cup before me. So Machine Strath 2008. What I had done is in around I think 06. I said I have to do Kenya Cup, but it didn't seem coming because teams were few, as I said. So I could talk to Mitch. I told him because I saw this
Saying
some place that was like a car park.
like a patch of grass in the middle of Lily. Eh.
In fact, the grass was outside the field. Yeah. So I told Mitch, let me come. I start training with you guys. So I would go there once a week or once every other week. So it's like we came up together. So I was able to train with a club that was at the top of ESS, which is what I was doing, and then kind of
grew with them
grow
to promoted to
into Kenya, get promoted into Kenya Cup. So also when they got into Kenya Cup, that year I got my first Kenya Cup match, which
nice.
is also the first red card I gave in Kenya Cup. That particular.
Do you remember who that was?
Very well.
Who?
A very nice guy from St. Mary's. I think now he's
It had to be.
now he's a neurosurgeon.
What?
What happened is a fight broke up. Typically, I mean, the place was full capacity. A fight broke up. Then this guy, should I say his name?
Yeah.
Daniel, it's called Daniel Kanyata, I think.
Kanyata.
Stretch. We used to call him Stretch.
Kanyat.
Yeah. So Stretch is on the bench.
He comes.
He comes in the pitch and jabs another guy. And I saw
So you just decided this is everybody else.
some good punch and then disappears into the crowd and vanishes.
Vanishes.
So I stopped the guys. Shocks was the captain of Machine, Kopo. So I called them. I told them, okay, fine, we've had a bit of a fight.
But
there's one
this guy, this
that
guy,
the tall guy. But no, he's a fan.
he's a fan.
I know he's on the bench. His name is on there.
He's on the team sheet.
On the team sheet. So now Stretch came very humble. But he was a sub, so he got the red card.
And
He just didn't get to play that day.
you're given a red card on the bench.
Because of a fight.
And you're on Uchumi buying power sandwiches for the team.
Okay, that was your first top flight locally. Which was your first, should I say top flight match sevens? This was 15s.
Yeah.
That must have been in one of the tournaments.
Tournaments, the 7 series tournament.
Jala or something. What I remember was my first sevens final in a local tournament, which was Christie's. I've done quite a number of Christie's
Finals.
and they are among the most competitive
Yes.
sevens matches you can do, especially when Kenya had
Kenya Queens are in that final.
What year was this?
This was 2010, first final now in a sevens.
Who was
Mwamba versus Queens.
Queens?
What?
And Queens won
Yeah.
because of a mistake by one of the Mwamba
Kenya Sevens guys.
Kenya Sevens guys. Ball was going out, he went and then decided to throw it back in.
Queens picked it up.
It was Ashi or someone just came, picked it
Yep.
and then
Scored.
scored. The difference now, the thing about doing a final, the difference between doing a final and the other games is those days a final was
10 minutes. Yes, each way.
And then you were the top of the... So
these are the best
experience
teams.
was completely different even from doing a semi.
Because them is still 7 minutes each way.
Yeah.
But final is 10 minutes.
Those days, now it's back to
It's 7-7, yeah. Sevens. Okay, so there's a story Darwin told us last weekend that you guys used to race. Is it true? Is it?
My goal was always simple. I have to get to the trial line with this guy. Remember the time when KCB were winning?
Yes, everything.
One sevens tournament after another. So and at that time now I used to do a lot of semis.
A lot of semis and finals, exactly.
Yeah, so I just told this guy whenever he gets,
Yes.
I have to take care. When he's getting the trial line,
I'm
there
there.
with him.
Yeah.
So and also it's not like I wasn't working on fitness.
On your fitness.
I was working on it. But I also timed how they play.
Yeah, so you knew.
Yeah, because Darwin saying this guy used to read our plays. He knows. Darwin, nishaenda.
So I was telling him, you tell him, leo nitakufikisha.
Leo nakufikisha.
I'll reach you today. And then when the guy gets, he finds me there. Because my goal was to pull one of these things, Rasta. You know Rasta is you all know Rasta?
Yes, Rasta.
The viewers know.
Yeah.
Rasta has this thing of overtaking a player.
Yes.
Yes.
And then waiting for the
For
player. So that
you.
was what I always wanted to do. That was my goal to do it. I think I managed to do it once or twice against with Darwin.
With Darwin.
But it was very rare because also, they would attack from the 10 or
To
the
the 10,
half line and then get a break. So you really have to time it so you're there on time.
That's impressive though.
So, first international game.
First international game was under 19, 2008.
2008.
So in 2008, you stepped in to
Yeah.
Kenya Cup and went
And
to
went-
national immediately.
Yeah, at the same time.
Hey.
It was quite a big year. So 2008, I got allocated to do under 19 Africa Cup in Tunisia, and so it was a 2-week tournament. So everyone got to do one game, and I did Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire.
Do you speak in French?
Yeah, I can ref in French,
Hey, you speak French?
more or less.
Speak to
More or less.
Tell homeboys in French.
Je ne sais quoi.
You're infringing.
As long as you can, yeah. Flexion,
Flexion is
crouch,
uh-huh.
lié, hold,
Hold.
jeu, engage.
Jo.
Flexio,
Jo.
lié, jo,
Scrum is melee.
melee. Oh, so a melee is actually, it's French. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
know
release,
melee.
lash,
That is so that release what?
lash.
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 So yeah, that was my first game. Then from that tournament, we all got one game each. It was me and a few other African refs, and then I was chosen to do the third place playoff.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
They had brought a Frenchman to do the final. So,
Of course, eh?
yeah, so some guy called David was doing the final, so I also got the third place. And then that helped because it helped me get my first test match the following year.
This the 2009 the first.
2009, I got to do Morocco versus Cameroon
Hey, boss.
in Morocco.
In Morocco.
In fact, we toured with. It was a 4-team tournament: Kenya, Morocco, Cameroon, Senegal. So I did. So the locations are done to avoid a situation where you do your home team. Yeah. So I did the semi between. It was 2 semis and a final.
And the final.
So
Yeah,
I
because
did
it's 4 teams.
So I did the Morocco Cameroon semi. The Tunisian was going to do the final because there was no one from Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Then I think the Moroccan did the Kenya Senegal.
The loser.
So Morocco Cameroon. What was interesting is none of those players play the rugby in Africa.
The whole
Both teams. Maybe 1 or 2 subs. All of them had come from France.
France.
In fact, I think that's why the tournament was held.
Close.
Morocco.
Yeah, close. It's a short
Senegal.
distance.
The channel.
Cameroon and Morocco.
All of them coming from
All of
France.
them
You're
were being
just
brought from France. Then Kenya, the entire team was
7.
was guys from here.
The most they've got is 7's experience.
Is that tour?
No.
Oh, that's not it. Okay.
We'll ask that too because.
Okay.
Oh, you guy, my guy, was made sure I asked that question.
Oh.
So now, so your most. When did you stop reffing schools?
No, I still do schools.
You still do schools?
We even do under 15s. We do
It's never stopped.
under 13s. Sometimes.
Don't you think that's unfair? It's because those
No,
kids
actually,
don't know the laws. Nini.
No, actually, I think so.
What's interesting is an experience Nigel Lawrence had, where he did a Six Nations game or a top league match on a Saturday. Prepared for it well and everything. Refed it on Saturday. Sunday he had a schools game in the village under 10 or under 12. So he just went like that.
Yeah.
He had a horrible game, and he tells it to people. He didn't prepare for it. Had a horrible game.
So,
So the way you prepare for a club match,
it's the same way you
similar
prepare
way you put preparation.
the same effort to the schools game.
Because those kids, some of them that under 10, under 13, is the highest.
The highest
that
level
they
they'll
ever
ever play.
I mean, the highest I ever played was
Was,
Preston. If some ref came there do his own things,
It will be disasters for you.
you'll never forget it.
Do you do
True.
the same thing Caleb does? Do you pull in the players and
Sometimes, also depending on time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some of these Prescott games end.
At 6, people have to rush to the knees.
preps and stuff? Yeah.
Other times, the teams want to beat you up. that happened once.
Well, when?
That was it 2006?
Oh.
2006.
The winner goes to the semi.
This is Prescott.
Yeah. Lenana were leading. Then we got to Prescott games are 60 minutes.
Yes.
We had to min 60, and there's a line out. So I told them, this is the last.
This is the last play.
So I think Saints won the line out.
And this is saying Akina Biko and Akina Nini Mutune.
I think
Yes, it was 2006.
Mutune was in that team. I remember
Because we are 2006 in the require. We played
first center comes in, hits,
crashes.
rack forms. And another guy just puts his hand across the rack.
It's like a buffet.
Pulls it. So naturally,
Penalty.
And they say, no, but ref, you said last call. The game must end.
So if I can bet,
The whole school came to the pitch.
monkeys.
The whole school came to the pitch. Actually, Mr. Bunyasi is the one who saved the day. He came and protected us. Then even the Saints team had to be put together. Because we are talking 1,000.
This 1,200 boys.
Boys or
monkeys.
Yes, that's what's the proper term.
Honey on high on paraffin
Inside the forest.
inside the forest
in their territory.
with pigs next to them.
And cows. Where they live. And their lions, and if they are being hunted by leopards, they know. Yes.
So you give the penalty. Did Saints finally kick that penalty?
No, of course. all the fans come in now. They're coming for the ref. You said last play. You said last play.
So last play means free for all.
Game over. No, for them it
No, naambia ganyi watu. So last play is free for all. There's
As you said, it is because you don't understand the law of the
That is why you had cup, because
it's very simple.
last play.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean
Doesn't mean that you can
from this
now
point the
fight.
laws do not apply.
No. Anyway,
Yeah, then so Bunyasi, Mr. Bunyasi was then the deputy of Lenana. He was also rugby patron. So he came and just stood next to me. Of course, now if he stands next to you,
The kids
get a
go,
bit-
hey. This
then the
is
team had to surround the Saints bus, as the bus now was being
Was-
driven outside the school, out of the school. So I think the union decided, the following year all their games were away.
yeah, true. Because the same year, if I remember, the same year 2006, we went and beat them there. They almost turned our bus, and they were a very weak team.
what
2006.
Is that what they
6
They
or
almost-
7, one of those.
They
years.
almost turned our bus.
that's what they were using?
Yeah,
Also,
monkeys.
Basically, they became Jamhuri. Jamhuri secondary.
Eh.
They became that Jamhuri secondary.
And I don't remember.
Don't fight.
I don't know why I don't remember people from that team, that 2006.
Because they were hopeless.
Because they were,
They
yeah,
fight.
there was nobody, man. I remember they were, I think,
Any school,
there's one
any
guy
school
from
that
that
wants to
team.
fight.
the 15 or something.
There's one guy from that team now we go to meet later on professionally. Then the guy's like, hey, we've met before, but
In different circumstances.
circumstance
What do you mean professional? Is he like an MCA?
at work no.
That's the only thing you can get from a school like that.
Hey,
That 2006, all those years at City Hall.
That's what I'm telling guys. I actually went to the wrong school.
No, actually, you see, when the Akinashi were there,
Oh, it was a good
they
school.
knew,
Mitch was
they knew
coaching
themselves.
them.
Mitch, okay.
She
And
was
they
there,
also
which-
knew. They knew they were okay. They were not fighting. When a school starts fighting and throwing stones, they know they are bogus. Jamhuri,
No, Jamhuri.
But,
Jamhuri, sorry. In first form, I made the soccer team
yeah,
in high school.
soccer team.
Strathmore.
So our first game was against Jamu. The coach told me today, I won't put you in the squad. I don't trust these.
This is 96.
This opponent, yeah, 96, yeah.
My friend.
I don't
I don't trust these guys.
So I went for. In fact, I didn't turn up at the game. I went to train the rugby team
Yeah.
with the seniors. In fact, with the fourth formers because we're training. So we're training. Don't go like this. Fighting at a soccer match.
And the guys who are there are not even in the school. They had cleared like 17 years ago, but they've come for shopping.
Sasa nikawa uende ya pasa
Sasa
kupigana.
anaenda kupigana shopping. Siendi kupigana
You're
anaenda
going
shopping.
to a school in Lavington.
Lavington.
Wait,
You told you're going to see Stratford.
who do I know from Jamu?
Suleiman Solo Munywa.
So
Before you
at
went
this
to
point,
Dago.
no, from this point, as in now you, as in you, Appa is playing Strathmore.
Yes.
You go to Strathmore for shopping.
I'm in the hood. I'm chilling. Then the next thing I hear from Fununos, from a young bro, tunacheza
Tunacheza
Strath next week.
You turn up.
Umesemaje? Hiyo ndo meeting, hiyo ndo inaitwaje alumni meeting. Reunion.
Reunion.
Strathmore.
Juu unaenda
Ama
ku-
RVA. In a jar. Like this, where we show up shopping. The only problem is they did not know they were going to priests. they are very humble.
You want to take?
Yeah, you are. you guys want to fight?
Receive.
No, slap my cheek. Take
I
that
tell-
cheek.
Kav, most memorable match between when you started and when you this period between then and 2009
Most memorable match. Wow, that's
across schools, 15 sevens. You can give us 3
between then or
between that period between when you started
Starting
and
and-
2009 when you made your first
and
test match.
and first test match. Wow, that's a tough call. There's a Queen's Impala ESS game I did. Actually did 2, one season. On both cases the home teams won. And then there was one between there was actually one I'll never forget. Number 2 Mombasa.
Mombasa here or in Mombasa?
Mombasa. 44-0 to Mombasa. This doctor, what's his name?
Ondiegi.
He was on the team. Louis was the captain of Mwamba.
Kisia.
Yes. And I think Kolo was also on that team.
Allah.
Injera.
And they lost 44.
44 48.
Yes.
My first game ever in Mombasa was that game.
This when Mombasa was
Well, they were trying to.
SS, boss.
Yeah, because it's Mombasa is number 2.
Number 2, that was 12-12. I knew I'm preparing for
It's a big game, man.
Doc.
Even Salah was on that team.
Salaton has been in Mombasa since 1982.
Because many of those guys now,
And he's still training.
I saw him jogging on the southern bypass.
Yeah, he's still training. Salah is still training.
The face is for a baby,
Salah.
but the body is for a guy.
You know the way.
Those days had dreadlocks.
Yes.
Yes.
You know the way Patrice will always be called for Queen's Sevens team. The way Makori will be always be called to the Impala Sevens. Salah, 15s, hooker, must.
Makori was in machine.
But Impala, if all else fails, call Davis Makori.
Yeah, we must.
The same way Queens, if all else fails, call Patrice.
Now there's a time when refs were saying player of the season should be Makori.
Yeah.
Some 7 circuit.
There's
One
that
for the stiff arm.
Andrew.
Yeah. He had a fantastic, he had a good tournament. I mean, series also.
Yeah. And he's a very intelligent sevens player. Anyway, so now
For his size, you have to be.
he's running at 4 kph.
Yeah, you have to use intelligence.
Yeah, you have to be very
If you
smart.
don't have intelligence for that at that point, then you're messed.
You have to be
Yeah,
very
that's a
smart.
homeboys player. Sorry, I don't even know which. Yeah, Cabras. Sorry.
So, Cap, you've already refed, say, 8-9 years. Your transition to now to becoming an educator, because you're now a world rugby educator.
Yeah.
How did that come up?
Well, an offer came for those interested in becoming educators. 2013. 2013. So we applied, and they looked at your experience in the game and how much what you really contributed to the game, and then we were selected, a number of us. And
Any notable names?
there was me, there was Kilonzo. Who else was there among the refs? I remember Kilonzo. I can't remember
Anyway,
any others at the time. Yeah, then we did the 2-day course.
Here.
Yeah. At a hotel in Hurlingham. Then from there we now started doing running courses. So every year you're supposed to run at least one
Your license as an educator.
In order to retain your license as an
So,
educator.
have you run any course this year?
No, this year is special.
Yeah, it's special.
Rugby sent us an email
And told you
the
it's
course
okay.
of the week. This year is a bit
It's a bit different.
Yeah, but last year we had a high performance camp
Yeah.
for refs.
Yeah.
We ran it with Paris and Rasta and Bosco. We also did an international schools level 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And some of the participants, we mentioned them. Olishe
Olishe,
from KCB did level 1. Andola is doing level 2, as well as Mike Wanjala.
Mike Wanjala.
He's also doing level 2. Actually, KCB has quite a number of qualified refs.
Yes, that is why
There's a young man over
That's
here
why we
who,
win.
who complains all the time that he wants to be a level 1 ref. Bill Odongo is over there. And then he says that you guys send him. He was like, let me know, Ali. What's the procedure for someone who wants to become, say, a ref in Kenya?
Okay, now as the association, Kenya Rugby Referees Association is structured, we have a national body.
Yes.
That national body now is divided into societies at regional level.
Yeah.
So you have Nairobi Rugby Referees Society, which you've mentioned.
which is chaired by
Collins.
is the chair. Then you have Western Nyanza Rugby Referees Society, Rift Valley Rugby Referees Society, and Coast Rugby.
Coast. Oh,
Referees.
okay.
So Nairobi encompasses Nairobi and Eastern.
Eastern.
Yeah.
There's also Central.
Central.
Yeah, that's a separate society.
So Central is Central Embu, Meru,
Embu, Meru.
the Nyeris and
Very
Nini.
little club rugby there, a bit, but more of schools.
More of schools and campus.
So you try to also bring in those teachers who ref schools
Ah,
matches, so they can get training
Oh, yes,
and
yes, yes.
education. So wherever you are, what we advise you is get in touch with your local society. Then, and we've tried structuring this similar to how South African Rugby Referees Association is structured. So you devolve these
Everything,
training and referee meetings to
The regional,
regional level. So you don't need to all meet.
all
in
meet at
Nairobi
the same
for
place.
a law discussion. So Nairobi, at least pre-COVID, we try to meet every month, have even just a 1 hour law discussion, share, do once in a while online law exams. Other regions try to find their ways of meeting. Some have been meeting digitally. Rift Valley have been doing that. They've even had meetings with South Africans, English
Referees,
and such, to just
Just
to
to keep them in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the way. Get in touch with your local society and then see how you can come
I think,
up around.
I
So,
think we'll be
Bile-
sharing,
yeah,
we'll be sharing what the local contacts are.
Bile get in touch with Collins Nabiswa.
Yeah, Collins is just next,
just next
right
to you.
there. Just get in touch with him, and we shall also be sharing in due course. I will be sharing. Pogi is ajuangi hizi vitu.
So, Cap, you've refed for quite a while.
Yeah.
What is the biggest misconception about match officials in this country, especially
In Kenya.
apart from the singing?
Yeah,
Apart from questioning your motherhood,
your paternity,
and your paternity,
your
really.
paternity and maternal.
maybe the first misconception is that we hear people singing that because we don't hear them.
You don't.
When you're focused on reffing,
You don't.
if you start hearing, then either that game is extremely boring.
Rasta said he had it
Yeah,
for the first time.
Doing
That game must have been
must be very boring.
We used to Super Rugby,
So-
then you're told to ref
Some funny.
Western Bulls Kisumu. Second team.
But my guy,
With all due respect to those clubs.
It's true. But so sorry guys, those guys will say nimemtukana sana. Askiagi.
Askiagi.
The ones that we get to hear, which at times even annoy me, is when you get a guy going to an assistant ref.
Shouting at them.
Yeah, just next to him. And I've stopped matches. It's happened a number of times when I'm reffing and I have maybe even a young assistant ref, then someone comes. A senior person or fan, can you... at one point, I even stopped a game and said, look, told the team manager, either you take this guy as far away as
possible, or
we're not going
on with this game.
This young guy is not safe. And you can imagine if you get some idler who doesn't understand
From Gor Mahia and the FC Leopards.
Beat up a young guy or something like that. Yeah, so one of the misconceptions maybe is that we hear some of those things. At times you hear, but many times you're more focused in.
It keeps the passion going. Yeah.
That's why I used to like reffing at
Christie's 7.
at patch changes.
Because they enclose you in that. It's like a.
This season, the best place to ref this season was actually Black Blood. I don't know if you had a chance to.
Yes, those stories.
And then
Cabras had a very.
Finally.
Rastaman on the pitch there.
Kenya Square and somebody else.
One pulled a dummy. I also fell for it. You run like this, then you see a try being scored there. So those crowds are, well, some refs maybe like
Maybe
some of us
intimidated.
actually, some of us, as long
But
as it's not
actually-
violent, it's not getting into the field, no problem.
That should-
Let people be. Let people have their fun.
Yeah.
Guys have had a hard Monday to Friday.
Let them enjoy
Let
the.
them make their noise. The other thing that I think at times gets wrong is people personalizing issues after a game.
Mimi atakwambia mimi sina leo. Mimi shangako.
It's nothing
But
personal.
kuna kwangana shida ingine huko.
Yeah, a game happens.
Mistakes will happen.
Things happen, but now you don't take it on Monday.
On Monday, Tuesday,
You know,
you must be a very bitter person.
Yeah. People have move on and go on.
Now that you-
Mistakes are made. There's a gentleman called Michel Lamoli. He used to be one of the top assessors in refs, and he used to tell us, you make a mistake, and sometimes whether you make a mistake.
You make a mistake.
And remember, there's a worst mistake I've ever made. Giving a red card that I was not supposed to give. I think you saw the one I gave the Nakuru captain.
Nakuru captain,
Which I had to
the at
apologize.
Impala,
I
yeah.
had to apologize to him later on, and fortunately we sorted it out even during the game.
Yes.
That happens. In your mind, you're like, okay, now what have I done?
What have I done? Oh,
And you realize that you made
eh,
that mistake.
you're like, oh, okay, fuck, this is a mistake.
Take that mistake. Michelle used to tell us, take it, close that pocket, continue.
Continue.
Forget about it. That's the only way. Otherwise, it will start
It start disturbing you.
Then you'll start saying,
I need to make
get
it up.
this guy.
I need to make it up.
Here,
Yeah.
and do this. Yeah.
So, Cap, how do you handle this, what you mentioned, people carrying over their feelings from the game to
Onwards.
How do you handle, because people, kwanza watu wa Impala na Nakuru. How do you handle this?
Na Queens.
It's not hate.
Tunakwanga tu.
Yeah, it's not
We
hate.
are old clubs and non-dis. We have that old club mentality.
Yeah, how do you handle these guys?
No, you see, society needs to have very strong human beings, strong-willed human beings. And one of the biggest problems in society today is people who hold back grudges. And
They hold
me
on
that-
to,
and that could be a personality problem among the particular
Yeah,
individual.
it's a personal.
Yeah, so if someone, I mean, if someone gets offended and then wants to hold it for 3-4 years, that's his problem. I mean,
How about 18 years?
You moved on.
Some
that's his
people.
problem. I mean, things have happened to things have happened to me that in the game that if I were to take it that way,
Personally,
I would have left the game years ago. I mean, I've been chased from clubs. I've been refused to enter clubhouses.
Personally, I'd like to apologize for that.
No,
There was one
don't.
that happened this year, by the way.
This year,
This year, after, in fact, it was Nakuru Kabras. And I think
Nakuru at
the
NSC.
game they lost 48-0.
There's
Funny guy who just came and told me, you're not entering this clubhouse.
Why? You've lost
just-
48-0, man.
We don't want you here. We know you're
48
meant to
is
be-"
men.
by the
And
time
guy
you
said-
lose
and
at
the guy
48-0,
insisted-
48
and
the
is
problem is not the
guy
ref.
insisted, you're the guy who's made us lose like this.
48.
Oh.
Were you defending? Were you defending?
Were you the flanker
Were you-
at that game?
So I just said, okay, fine, no problem. The chairman of the main club elsewhere. So I just said, no problem. We went to drink elsewhere, had our beers, and then 3 weeks later I was back reffing there, and
Things were this
yeah, things were fine. We even watched a Belgium football match there with.
the World Cup game.
No.
You watched your home country play.
Yeah. Ranked number 1 in the FIFA World Rank.
Cheers, man.
You mentioned something about incidences. And I want to take you back to some incident at Impala Rugby Club after a certain game against Nondis.
Yeah, I remember it very well.
Cap, you're a very strong person. Let me just say that. So after the game, Nondis won that game with a
What was
point
this
or two.
Yes.
The last Kenya Cup, last league game.
The Impala
Impala-
thought it was, many people thought it was a wrong call. Yeah.
Then you are heading to the showers.
I was in the showers and someone came and told me to leave the clubhouse immediately. And it was a floodlit game, so it was 9 p.m. So I had to walk
You had to walk
Queens
that.
barefoot. Actually, Collins Nabiso and Alfred Okwemba were my assistant referees on that day.
This is when
You had to.
It must have been 2011 or 12. Yeah.
So
I had to walk
to Queens to go take a shower.
Actually, I met Minor. I told him, yeah, Kuzwa. Yeah, we walked with him. I think I bought him a soda. Yeah, then showered. And yeah, I mean, these things happen. Nothing personal against that individual. We still talk face to face. You move on. I mean,
Move on.
one thing we have to do is exactly like as men, we can't be holding back grudges. Nothing against the other gender.
The other gender, but we
As
don't.
men,
Yeah.
I mean, good. Let's just say good masculinity involves having
Thick skin.
and being able to go beyond
These
holding
small
back or
grudges.
repressing.
So I was asking about the Saints thing in 2002. There's a friend of ours called, I don't even know Kwasi.
I know it Kwasi very well.
Because he was seated right there.
Kwasi says that you stole the game from them and he's never forgiven you.
He's always told me that. But
We
in
actually had a
2002
conversation.
Yeah, but in 2000, it must have been, it could have been 2003,
Yeah.
but not 2000.
2002.
I didn't.
So Kwasi,
But
you
that infringement was correct, what you called.
I can't remember.
You can't
what-
remember.
yeah.
Because they really didn't matter. You know, Saints.
And that's
at
what I was
that
saying. You
point-
see, you have to prepare for a school's game as much.
Yeah.
Because guys, now I think Kwasi, I don't know if Kwasi played
Saints.
club rugby after.
He did.
He did.
I doubt if he remembers.
Queens.
Yeah.
I doubt if.
Nondis.
Nondis,
I doubt if he remembers things from his club career as much as.
No,
And
you
he
see,
told us the same
Because
thing.
guys remember their
School
career.
rugby.
because
Yes.
you have
Very
nowhere
passionate.
else. Once you're done with school, you're done.
That is it.
Apart from Obonyo, the rest of the world.
Kwani Obonyo ni Oliech?
Oh no, Obonyo nini? Machine. Boss Obonyo.
Oh, classmate wa Gisore.
Oh, the one who's been a comrade for.
Comrade for 22 years.
We left him and
He's also a Maseno alumni to this day.
he's the one who calls of the Maseno school.
The Maseno school, yeah, the classmate wa Gisore. Gisore doesn't want to admit it, but the classmate wa.
Ni wa Kisori ama ni wa? Actually, he's younger.
Schools on road. reserve.
Anabehave. Gisore ni kama Dennis Oliech. So,
Baba sio umesikia
Cap.
wewe mwenyewe. Mko kwa road reserve.
Cap, if you could teach Kenyan fans one thing, what would it be?
With what regard? I mean,
As in to regard to the sport, as in just because
well, with regard to the sport, I think they should invest more in the sport. From the biggest perspective, they can invest in their clubs and
Si kuongea tu.
yeah, not just talking.
Talking and nini.
I mean, Kenyan fans are there's some. I mean, they have their own unique way of doing things. Yeah. And you have to appreciate that as their brand. And people, one thing that's very nice is people are passionate about their clubs.
Yeah.
And people also use, one thing those of you who know about, who are from independent clubs, and people who actually put in their resources. I think just now you're telling us how 3-4 people have helped
Impala survive
over the years.
And now we have come on.
And now a new generation comes on. And that's something really that even we as refs have to, to ensure that the team that was to win that game wins that game without any unfair
advantage
influence. So if you lose 48-0, you really can't go around telling someone.
Surely, yeah, that's true. That's correct.
That Kubu intercepted the ball.
Yeah, and because of the ref's whistle.
The ref had told him to stand there.
I think
if you look at 48-0.
No, that was just a passion.
It was a personal, to something personal.
Exactly, it's more than
stuff. Yeah.
Nothing against the club.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a nice conversation with the captain.
That's your favorite hangout anyway. So.
He's a very good leader. It's called Mido.
Kirori.
No.
Is that Kirori? Makori.
Madu.
Madu is a very good rugby.
Sober and
Madu is a wrong club. Madu should have. Yeah, Madu is not in the right club.
No, Nakuru is fun, man. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
So now we move on now to entirety to this date. The 3 toughest matches you've refed. Both let's say both 15s and 7s.
Yeah.
At all levels. Probably one of the toughest games I've done technically was Nakuru Kabras.
That's semi-final.
Semi-final. In the dust.
Yes,
I didn't even know the score.
What?
I didn't know the score until the end of the game.
That was no scoreboard.
Nakuru.
I don't look at the scoreboard. That's another thing I don't do. I don't.
NSC Nakuru. Oh, iko mwisho.
Even the desk.
The game is
the game is on the field. The desk is.
The game is played on the field. So you just ref. And I remember because I gave Nakuru a penalty the last minute.
Yes, and then you decide line out.
Begged for another scrum.
Did you go for the scrum or did you go for line out?
They went for the scrum because they assumed that they would
check.
Drive over.
Where we came.
One of the toughest games.
Scrum Buddha. This 2016. The another one?
Toughest games from a
technical point of view.
A very difficult game. Another very difficult game was the Africa Cup final. Was it 2016 or 2017? Senegal, Tunisia.
This is B.
Yeah, that had a very big fight. Before the game.
Before?
No. Now what happened is before the game, I went to see the teams in the changing room. Both captains told me they want to fight. Referee? They want to fight.
They want to fight.
So
both of them have told you that.
Hey, they want to fight.
Then, of course, most of the game is refereed in French. Basic calls and such. And there were a couple of yellow just came onto the field and started fighting. It was a huge.
So you stand aside and watch, or
you just blow your whistle. Guys are there. Some players are trying to separate others. I mean, the following year, both those teams came to play against Kenya, and they both tried that kind of aggression, but our players have no time for that. Just knock you out and
go fight.
I've always wondered where referees are during a fight. Is there a distance that you guys are?
Yes, no, yeah.
Have you ever been told, like, when there's a fight,
what do you look out for?
What do you do?
What I learned when I was doing level 2. I did my level 2 in Tunisia during that JW.
Yeah, that's
that under
19.
Yeah, we did it. It took a bit longer because it was done in 2 languages. And then we got our final certification during the JWRT.
That 209.
Which would be an interesting discussion to have also. But one thing we're told there, when there's a fight, you have no business going there to push guys.
Yes.
Just watch it.
You're not.
Enjoy it.
Either blow your whistle, or in fact, just do that. Because what am I going to to push aside a charged person who's probably even annoyed with me.
At that point.
You might actually end up injuring yourself. But those things happen rarely. I mean, but that was one game that was not easy because of those. I mean, right from before the game, there was a lot of
Captain already said these guys want to fight.
Yeah.
So the third one?
The third one was it last season? Last year, 2 games, both Ngong Road Derbies. Last season but one, both of them. And both occasions, I did the home and away, and the home teams won.
Home teams won both times.
And it was my first time to do the Ngong Road Derby. I took almost 16 years to do a Ngong Road Derby.
No way.
At senior level, yeah.
At senior level.
It took about 15 years to do a Ngong Road.
So you're saying your first Ngong Road Derby was probably 2018?
20 last year.
17-18 season.
No way. Cap have been shouting your name for so long.
That was against Black Blood.
Been shouting.
That was against Black Blood. Sevens.
Sevens. I've been shouting Cap.
And remember, he can't hear you. So
Of course not. No, you can hear. He knows. He heard me. It was a boring game. You can't be serious.
That's when I go to realize, because I'd done touch many times, Queens in Pana, but never done
being at the center.
Yeah.
And I got to realize just how big
That
game is.
yeah.
And it's not a game you give anybody to ref.
The
Banter starts on Monday.
Yeah.
Actually, guys are already ready. Like
It starts on
Saturday. After the match.
And someone is drinking his whiskey.
He's telling guys
We are playing Queens.
And what he sends it to the other Mudosi, I don't know what is his name.
The Kamba guy with the box.
The guy with the box. The guy who saved Queens.
The guy who plays
Polo. Not the owner of this place. Polo. No,
Nzomo, Ralph.
So Peter Ndwat, he sends Ralph a message.
Rich man banter.
Tell your soldiers they'll never beat us. We have faster horses than you guys. Then us guys are told, hey, I've just been told by Nzomo their horses are faster. Oh, what? We don't even know what horses are. We just get angry.
You don't know what horses are. In Impala. Okay,
Shey ride.
Yeah. Uhuru Park.
No.
Zile hosinze. Very go round. Luna Park. Small circle. Sevens matches. Tough matches in sevens.
Tough matches in sevens have been, funny enough, Christie Sevens final, about 2 or 3 of them.
Were you the one who did the Impala Mwamba one where... Is it Impala Mwamba or was it Impala Homeboys? The last score by Lamek.
That's Impala Homeboys.
No, that was not me.
Oh.
Yeah. The one I did, my last sevens game was Christie Sevens 2008. That was my last sevens game after I was told, now you're too old to do sevens.
2008?
No, 2018.
2018, yeah, because I was on it.
And Homeboys had won the
Homeboys had won the circuit. And then this was the last...
Yeah, then there was a last minute flag by Moses Ndungu. A very good referee.
Yeah.
On a high tackle by Queens.
Queens on Homeboys.
Queens were leading.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Moses stuck his flag out and stood
high
there.
Tackle, yellow card, then Homeboys scored and won. And then we couldn't get a video of that incident.
Yeah.
So for the next 2 or 3 days, there was a lot of phone calls.
You guys, what did you do?
Then we got a video.
Finally got a video.
It should have been a red card.
In fact, you were lenient.
That story ended.
You were lenient.
That story ended. So those finals have been quite...
As Impala we learned in 2013, don't argue. Just move on.
So, your honest opinion on officiating, because when you talk to other people outside officiating, our Achilles heel, our weakest point is officiating. These refs are not doing anything.
Can we start at the bottom? Let's start with nationwide officiating.
Okay.
Now, see, he's the person we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's start with bottom.
Your honest opinion about officiating in this country.
Start from there, then come up.
If when you look at officiating, even just as a whole, I mean, there's definitely a lot more we can do to put into it. And I'll give you just a typical example of how a Currie Cup match is handled from a match official's perspective. The game is played on Saturday.
Yeah.
On Monday, it's put into a system, some maybe CRM system or something. both
Who say
coaches.
CRM for Mwamba and Homeboy's fans? What's
Okay,
CRM
it's put
meaning-
online.
Okay.
wanaweka na si WhatsApp,
Put on the
wanaweka kwa website.
put on the scrum it over there.
Scrum it ya huko.
So both coaches get to watch the game and flag out any concerns they have with the officiating. And this feedback goes to a performance reviewer of the referee. The performance reviewer and the referee. The performance reviewer also watches that video and flags out concerns with the ref. And all this feedback comes to the ref, and then he has to give a response back to each of the coaches, and both coaches plus performance reviewer plus his referee coach. Because the performance reviewer watches a game and gives
you
a score. Your referee coach watches you and tries to
tell you this what you have done better here.
such that by say Wednesday you already have full 4 people giving you feedback on one game.
Do you have that?
Same
Hapa
happens-
location chwa anapatia na Thursday.
What at Achwea? Do we have that system
No, we don't.
in terms of in the Kenya Cup setting? Do we have it?
No, we
No,
don't-
that's
we don't
money.
have that.
Yeah.
Money.
We need to
No,
put
money.
such investment in,
Investment
Yeah.
again.
It's online.
because you can imagine by the time you've done 4 games, just 1 month of refereeing or 1.5 months, you've got feedback from 16
From
people.
16 people.
I mean, if you're still doing the same mistake,
Then
we'll just tell
you're a
Chua,
changes guy.
this guy, we'll just tell Chua, remove this guy. from
Move this guy. This is a changes guy mtoe. As if Kenyan.
So basically,
that investment is necessary in
Yeah.
order to move
Yeah.
camps. We do refresher level 2, level 1, 2 programs. We have a few guys who are hopefully sending a few more guys for level 3. We have some form of coaching, especially at sevens tournaments, where every ref gets feedback of each tournament. But now you can never be stagnant in life.
Yeah, you have to
I mean, just the way Kenya Cup today is not what it was 10 years
10 years
It's
ago.
not what it was
another 10. Yeah.
20 years. You have to keep on progressing. So the question is, how do we progress? Okay. And as a society, we've really put. I mean, I have to really give a shout out to some of the seniors. Okay. Because when I joined KRS, we were 15 people meeting once a week, have a law discussion.
15 the entire country.
Yeah, 15 members.
it's a fact.
15 to 20.
It's
yeah.
true.
I mean, 4 games a weekend.
But
8
before-
games a
8
weekend.
games a weekend.
4 Kenya Cup, 4
Only
ESS, the second team.
For
That's
15
it.
years, before even started playing rugby,
Yeah.
the same refs refed.
Everything.
15 years, yeah.
Then what happened is some of the seniors, Godi, Ray, actually I think it was Ray's initiative, came up with this idea, let's start sending guys to other countries. Yeah, so we got a deal with a partnership with Zimbabwe. We started sending guys to do Zimbabwe schools are really competitive. They have a schools
At whose cost?
they have a schools tournament festival of 1 week that has I think over 80 teams. So we would send guys there to ref.
At your cost? Or?
Yeah, they host us,
Yeah.
and then we send them.
Okay.
And then they
80
would come
teams.
here to do maybe Safari 7.
Safari Sevens.
And we also got Golden Lions. My first trip, I think that was 2006 or 7, was on the Golden Lions in Johannesburg. And you would go, stay at someone's house,
Okay.
ref schools games, they give you feedback, you come back. They would come, they would come here, do 1-2 Kenya Cup,
Kenya Cups.
they stay at someone's place, and then go back. And now, and those exchanges now kind of took us now another level.
So you guys are pen pal sort of thing.
Yeah, very, very kind of...
No, you don't worry. It's
this
for you
thing
guys.
for
It's
day school guys.
Yeah.
Oh, there's your pen pal. Pen pal.
Pen pal. It's like IG DMs.
It's like DM. Slide in the DM.
DM of those days.
DM of those days.
Yeah, so those things really helped us now even professionalize our game much more. But you have to be constantly improving. Rugby Africa, 15, 16 years ago didn't have anything for refs.
Yeah.
For
Now
refs.
they're doing high performance.
High performance camps.
They're taking specific refs and trying to build them up. We're seeing now Africans doing even some of the like Kenya, Zimbabwe, some of the top teams. That was not there before. It used to be South African.
South Africa will come and
But locally, at the end of the day, we need to keep thinking: how are we moving?
forward. How we stepping up?
Sorry, interjection. Did Eric Stuma, did he do when he was at Rugby Africa? Did he get you guys more opportunity?
Stu was a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
And I did a few tours with him and would sit and I would listen to him over breakfast for almost 30 minutes. That guy
Talking
was
about
wise.
rugby.
Rest in peace. That guy was super intelligent.
Yes.
We did have discussions actually the last year, I had this long discussions with him on things we can do. Unfortunately, that as we were getting, he passed on. And also John-Luc Barthez had started now putting
Again.
up some, actually John-Luc is the one who got me to do my first allocated me to do my first test match. After that under 19.
Yeah.
Under 19.
Under 19,
And then I got allocated also to do JWRT. JWRT also had a big transformation in the way we ref. Because
yes, that was the 9.
if you check before that, a lot of Kenyan refing was blow the whistle. The more whistle you
Whistle
blow,
the better. Yeah, because
we started now bringing in contextual judgment, materiality.
Where?
You know, now
Materiality, homeboys, materiality. See material ya kitenge. The material, let me tell you, how can I put it?
does the infringement have effect on
Yes,
the
the
bigger scope of the game?
Sikia, yani substance pia ni shida unatesa. Contextuality sasa ndio even
Sasa
more.
ndio tunajaribu ku translate to homeboys, mnamleta substance.
Yani nikibro hii knock on iko na effect gani general?
Nini happen hapa?
Nini happen?
Kutakuwa na shida gani tukiendelea mbele? As we go on.
Yeah.
Ama umeona-
The like like we understand. Thank
Wase
you.
wangu hapa Jamhuri Park.
Yeah, so I mean that is important, and you need resources.
Yeah, true.
That, and
So you have to invest, not only
There has to
talk.
be investment.
We
Yeah,
can't
there has
just
to be
The
invest.
same investment you're playing with, you're putting in players and
Players,
clubs.
you
You
also
need to
have to
put
put
in.
So we cannot just
officiating.
okay, yeah, you've just finished it here. We can just have SNC for the players and the refs are left behind. So you cannot blame officiating and you're not
And you're not investing in it.
investing in them. Yeah, that's basically it.
because structures. I mean, some people say, oh, the refs are the problem, but as has been pointed out many times, we've set up the structures within what we have. You get to a point where the most
This
you
is
can
the
do
we thought you have
is ask maybe Kiru for a recording
for recording of the game.
And by the way, it's good to mention his name because he helped us a lot when he started doing this recording of
Recordings of games. Yeah.
yeah, because now you could call him Monday, he brings you a game.
This
It actually delivers to your office, and you pay him, and then you get to watch.
so
the
you,
game. So I have a whole bunch of DVDs that really helped me, especially as I moved into Kenya Cup 8, 9, 10, and I was working in Mada. He was staying in Ngumo, so
you just drop
just
them.
deliver, and those videos helped a lot because there's a huge difference between what you think you're doing
And what
and seeing
and
yourself,
seeing yourself
what you're
doing
actually
it.
doing.
Yeah.
A huge difference.
Shout out to Edward Kiru. Well done,
Kiru.
sir. You have too many clubs owe you a lot.
Punguza Guinness lakini.
Tafadhali na upunguze tumbo.
Now, initially, I never do that with refs. Refs are very interesting people. Very interesting people.
Humongously interesting.
Yeah. Kwanza on tour, refs are very.
They are beautiful.
So, Cap, KRS, your tours. When I started, when I was in, was it interning? I was working with KRS, I was working in Kwambo. That's Kwambo and Mwanja. That's when I realized refs are very interesting people. That's when I made my most friends with refs.
Oh. My biggest friend as a ref is one Karis. Never forget him.
Alafu ndio Karisa naoga na nguvu.
That's a great man.
Karisa mnaweza kwa bar.
Karisa and Osborne have taken me to pubs. You guys, the names you've never had.
I've never.
Actually,
Osborne.
Osborne and Kilonzo, I met them as players. Those ones. Karis.
Remember that Kakamega final juzi tulipiga Kabras, sorry. We went back to hotel, niko naambia Kolo, I'm just going to shower, then me
Chape.
akaniambia calm down.
You met Mrs. Wanyaga.
I met Mrs. Wanyaga. Mrs. Wanyaga is giving shots very politely. So guys, stop. So this is next shot is for Moses Ndungu. Guys, who doesn't have a shot?
It's like drinking. It's like drinking with headmasters and teachers.
No, it's drinking with your mother. It's like your mom. I go, no, Poji.
No hurry in Africa.
We have a visitor amongst us. This is for Pogi.
Pogi, where are you from? Speak to us. What do you do for a
Anyway,
living? Come on. Oh, before you finish what you do for a living,
It's
have another
very
shot.
polite.
Yeah.
Then you leave there, you're like,
God
hey,
bless
niko
you.
maji. Cap, you have top 3 tours with KRS.
Yeah.
Number 1. Driftwood. I can't remember the year.
That's a good tour.
We hiked a trailer to Mombasa.
Trailer, 24-wheeler.
Yeah.
Chief.
To or from
To Mombasa.
to Mombasa.
It was 2014.
2014, you had
Yeah.
that.
What happened?
You were late, Ama. What happened?
Remember, there's a year when there was a clash of sponsors.
Yeah, Castle and Tusker.
Tusker.
Yeah, when our guy Jack
So it was
was
on, off,
Hey,
on,
Jack
off,
was
on.
cancel this
Yeah.
tournament.
So we were told at 6 p.m. tournament is on. You have to go. So we
This
went to
6 p.m. Friday.
p.m. Friday. So we went to town, found a bus, boarded the bus. A very funny bus. Some of the windows were wooden.
Those buses that are just
Yeah.
next to Modern Coast.
Those ones.
Chania.
Machakos had an accident. In fact, we were lucky no one got injured. There was an accident, a car overturned. The driver of the bus had run away. Alan Kakame was calling police to go look for
look for the guy.
The driver in Mombasa, in Machakos.
Who was in the bus?
It was me, Alan, Toi, and Mose.
Alan ulipanda bus
Alan Kakame.
in 2014.
So, yeah, so after Alan, you know, is
Sharp. He's
he's
ready.
called police. Alan what checked everyone is okay.
Yeah.
In fact, us we didn't know what was going on because we had slept in the bus. When you wake up, Alan is there. Hey guys, come. So after all that, we said, hey guys, okay, fine. Clearly, this bus is not going.
It's not going on, and we need to
find
be.
our way to Mombasa. So we saw a trailer, and the tan boy looked Mombasa, mtu yote. Toi ran, Ngapi, Sotano. So Toi, a typical cuk.
Wacha ujinga.
Toi.
Toi always negotiates.
Yeah, favorite
Beba na
guy.
so nne. Sawa kuja. Hey, you guys come. So we jumped into the trailer, threw our bags on the hammock,
And then
and we went to Mombasa.
And it was a smooth ride.
Extremely comfortable,
hey,
fully loud music.
loud music nini do
First class, basically.
class,
It's
you know.
business class.
Yeah, exactly. You know, shock absorbers. The guy is even showing us.
It's just
He's driving, because you know it's empty, so he's moving at 120. You get to a bus, it tells you who you are melala. I mean, our trailer, it tells you who you are melala.
huyu amelala.
And you can see it moving like
He's
this.
moving,
That's the horn.
Yeah, guys, two cars.
Straightens.
I think straightens.
Straightens,
But these guys were from coast, so half of the stories are, of course, pornographic.
Hey, ndugu, wewe kueleze.
The overtaking abuses, you don't even know.
Mama,
Wakaje wewe.
That's
Show
walala. Check it.
That's a
Family
try.
show. Family show, Martin.
Sorry guys, I apologize. I didn't fucking mean to say it.
That was. I think that's.
Was that the same year? Was that the same year that Mwamba came in late for the first game?
No, the other year.
Oh.
That was the other year.
Yeah.
Because all the clubs went.
Yeah, because guys say
was cancelled on the way.
Decided to go.
yeah, the guys say flip that thing. We are going,
we are going to
to Mombasa.
Yeah.
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 Then
Another one,
number 3 would be now the one you're talking about.
Kakamega.
Yeah.
Kakamega was beautiful.
Fantastic game.
Fantastic game. Nani did
Huge crowd and then nice.
Nani was
after
center.
party now among us, because we normally sometimes we have this thing of you give guys fines at the end of the season. So if you're late for a game,
You
take a fine. A fine means maybe a cup of tea.
A cup of tea,
coffee or something.
hot cup, yeah, very hot one.
How many fines did Don get?
Luckily he wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Because here.
And it's very hot cups, very hot cups.
They're quite hot. Yeah, it's amazing. Long Island iced tea.
Exactly. So in between number 2 now is Driftwood again.
Again, Driftwood.
Yeah, but one.
2017, 18. This is 18.
So 2018, we all went to Mombasa. Then normally
This is high performance.
Saturday. No, we're not there for high performance. We were there just for
For the tournament.
So Saturday we decided to go look for bus tickets to go back.
To go back on the Sunday evening.
Yeah. So I think I went with Paris. We look. We didn't get. Hey, we still think that, and tomorrow we'll survive.
We'll survive.
So we asked the other guys, have you guys bought tickets? The guys are quiet. I don't know why guys are quiet. It's like
No, broke.
maybe they were broke.
Because
Because
that's
now
the
after
point.
allowance is paid on Sunday, now everybody's, hey, we go buy tickets.
Yeah.
So we find everybody now stuck somewhere in Mombasa. And the only, we go around all, no bus.
No buses back to Nairobi. Eh?
The only bus we find is one of these Githurai.
45 nini, Kenya mpya nini.
Yeah, one of those.
Eh.
Exactly. So we look, we just said, guys, you know, we have no choice.
You have no choice.
That
It
Keko
has
has
to.
an exam tomorrow in UN.
We have to.
May have to be at work. Who has to be where? And there's no money. We don't have.
We have to
accommodation.
board this bus.
So we board. So we told Chapo, because you don't drink, you sit near the driver at the front. We told the driver, Zima Mziki.
Sorry,
Attack
who's
Eugene.
Chapo?
Chapo El Chapo. Enoch Madi.
For the
El Chapo.
Yeah, former Mamba player, referee. Then Choya walks in with 2 bottles of vodka. Lazima
never
tusahau
disappoint.
shida zetu.
Lazima zao shida.
Na tulisahau shida.
Na mlifika.
Yeah, we got there. But we actually controlled that driver. When he tried overtaking, you know, the
Reckless driving nini.
it's actually scary.
You
These guys are
became
not used
referees at the bus.
Yeah, exactly. These guys are not used to Mombasa and Nairobi.
Yeah.
It's not like a coast bus. This guy is used to doing thicker super highway.
Geuka, Geuthirai, Rudi.
Do those things in Savo.
It's a
So we
problem.
controlled the air, but yeah, we had a lot of fun on that.
Thanks to Choya's vodkas.
Thanks to Choya,
To me.
Boston.
Yeah. So you had a video call. You go,
Yeah, tuko kwa basi.
Yeah.
Basi ya wiki.
basi ya mwiki.
Yeah, so that was also fun.
Was Kolo in that bus?
No.
No, Kolo.
Chairman fly, bwana.
Chairman, you know, Kolo's the last person to leave Mombasa.
Yeah.
He says he has to make sure everybody is
Make sure
gotten.
come out to talk us.
But a lot of trips and travel as referees, you do it by yourself.
Yeah.
You sort yourself out.
I mean, no, you travel alone. 90% of your travels, apart from circuit and maybe a final, like
That Kakamega.
normally it's, you know, you go to your game
You find
alone.
your.
So
Even
when you go to
international
Nakuru,
travel.
you go by yourself
Yeah,
with
yeah,
your
yeah.
assistants and stuff.
No, the assistance normally the home team provides.
Okay.
The home society provides.
So you're always solo.
Yeah. So you travel alone. You travel internationally alone. You travel locally alone.
No, that first beer after the game is very special.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
You know, this is the thing that now I think this is what Kenya rugby needs to understand. The man or lady travel by themselves alone. Think about it. As a player, as a fan, would you go to Nakuru for another team's game by yourself just to sit there and watch it, and then shout against the other team at home?
I've never looked at
Is it Nakuru or Mombasa? Mombasa I'd go.
Yeah,
Mombasa I'd
but
go.
just think about Nakuru. You're going to Impala. You're going to Queens. You're going
Sumu,
by
whatever,
yourself.
Yeah.
By yourself. You're
No,
alone.
LD.
You have no backup. You have no backup. You're going to the club alone.
I'll give you
Zero
a tip.
backup.
I'll give you a tip. This you fans gonna toast to referees around this country.
Zero backup.
I'll give you in works. After a game, if you have any qualms with the referee,
Buy him a beer and
qualms, homeboys, mwamba, shida, qualms. Grab the referee after shasha.
Don't grab.
Don't grab
use
him.
the word grab.
Just go, guy, grab kitu mbaya. Only the caps. Just sit with the referee. Buy him a beer.
Buy him a beer.
Keyword is beer. Buy him a beer.
He can even buy you a beer, by the cost cap can buy you a beer.
Just buy him a beer. Well, ask him. Hapa hivi kuliendaje? Atakwambia hapa hivi wewe player wenu alifanya hivi. Ajui laws.
Actually, for me, I'd rather fuck the fan.
You
As
can.
a player.
The players
As
do
a
that.
player.
No,
As
I'm
a player.
talking about
No,
the fan.
no, I'm talking Mwamba and Homeboys. As a player.
Let the referee buy you a beer.
Yeah. And
You know you have no money
ask
either
him,
way.
kuliendaje? Uliliona nilikuwa nayo. Alafu kaniambia niwachilie, nikaachilia. But vile nilikuwa nimeachilia ilikuwa shida ukapiga.
Cap are there players who do that?
Yeah. Lots of guys. Guys, we even discuss things midweek. People like Mugaisi, that's a guy who
Hey, Lord.
once in a while gets in touch. How is this? Coaches, Sudi, Curtis.
Kolago, after shouting his voice out.
He'll always get back, get in touch, send you videos even of. He's quite engaged.
He's very engaged in
Send
that
you
game.
All Blacks games. How is this? How is that? Find out. Sometimes you even have to go and ask World Rugby a certain thing.
This guy has asked me.
Yeah, because you look, you say, okay, it's happened, it's been allowed.
But
is it?
But is it?
So there's a lot of that
It's very good.
that happens, which is
All
good.
those people
Yeah,
who
Mitch, Andrew Amonde, they even call you, ask you, hey, there's this thing.
kuliendaje hapa,
How is this? So I mean, there's a lot of that.
I think you can
Many
hear
people
the
don't see it.
caliber of humans that are being mentioned here. It's
Top human beings.
very, very top humans.
I guess also that,
Yeah.
that's why people.
Cap, best location to ref at.
Yeah.
Where you when you see that when Troy used to send allocations, you're like, naenda hapa. Sweet.
Who sends allocations nowadays? Let's just stop. We're giving Chua too much time.
Yeah, Alfred.
Yeah, let's give Alfie.
Alfie.
Chua is bye Chua.
It depends. I mean, this season I've really enjoyed Black Blood, even running touch. I mean, that atmosphere of theirs, plus the fact that they're playing good rugby, has really been something. And I've run touch there, I think, once and refed. I've run touch once, refed 3 games. Going to Black Blood with Chua is very special.
It's very because he's an old
he's
boy.
At home, he takes
Yes.
you places where others don't take you.
Yeah, they take you to Chwoms. Yeah, Chwoms.
Yeah. Kakamega is really. Kakamega and Nakuru also are really
Special
nice.
locations.
Nakuru is nice when they have the fans.
Yes.
Because those fans are also very passionate and bring.
In the last couple of years, those fans have faded away.
Impala under floodlights is also a
It's a
fantastic
beautiful place.
to ref. I mean, every ground has its own unique atmosphere. No, Nondis have the after-match.
Yes.
They do.
Mm.
They do very
Fantastic,
well.
Yeah.
You know, Queens have that the passion.
That passion, and then they have the bar,
same
which
with
works
Impala.
very well.
They used to have the bar. Yeah.
Right.
Now they
So, I mean,
schools favorite
schools. Well, first of all, the two big schools.
Yeah.
The ones that wanted to. I still call them big schools.
No, they're still big schools.
Even if one is in not Kabete, it's Kangemi.
No. It's
One
it's
in
a big
Kangemi
school.
and
It's
the
a
one in-
huge school, so it transverses Westland to Kangemi.
I mean, those.
My guy, this English
It's
you're using is too much.
Oh,
Transverse, my
Soon
guy.
he'll tell us it's in Loresho.
Yeah, we gave land to those
No,
guys.
Shogun.
Kianda.
Refing at
No,
Patch.
Kianda is there.
It's the other side,
Patch
yeah.
and changes.
Same thing.
At Patch and Changes has always been, because I've not had a chance to ref in schools in Western.
Western,
and,
yeah.
Oh, they don't give you that. You're lucky, don't worry.
No, because you
It
have
would
to
be
take
interesting.
you have to do
Yeah,
it.
it would be interesting. But you know, those schools, especially when they're really doing well, that was it was always a gate. I mean, there was a time of Sedo of Changes.
Sedo,
They
yeah.
had a
Yeah.
good team when Ashes
Ashes, yeah.
Changes. Patch the year of Andola, Toi.
The previous year also was a very good year of Moseti with Lugano and
Those ones tried.
tried. We won nationals. Tried.
Yeah, in fact, now that you mentioned nationals, I think also another guy, coach, also worth mentioning is Fox. I think it was his birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
It's still his birthday. It's going on
Toast
right now.
to Fox, my
Yeah.
coach.
It's going on right now.
My coach.
Fox,
My
yeah.
coach.
Fox used to have a lot
Willis
of
Ojal,
arguments.
yes.
Used to have a lot of arguments.
And he used to cast in English. It was quite confusing for the likes of
Over the years,
Lugano and Moseti.
Very deep
And
understanding.
Lemmy.
Till today, I mean,
And
you know, you respect him as a coach who's, let me just say it this way, you know, winning the nationals with genuine
the
students.
genuine students. Yeah, true.
Not students
Not
with
students.
accents from elsewhere.
I'm
We're
feeling,
not
Winning
naming
nationals.
them.
We're not naming them.
I'm feeling like you're attacking.
that's-
Cooks and touts.
Who are you attacking? No, as we have.
Later on, your school became.
We even have players that know this, but we speak English. We're talking about Kakamega here. Okay.
We won't mention names. I
We're
guess.
not mentioning names,
Sorry,
but
no, I did not mention. I just said the whole constituency, or is it a county? What is it? By the
So,
it's a county. Okay.
Cap, best. I don't know if you'll answer this, but best player. I'll start with best player to ref. Best, as in
Hold up.
player or team.
Hold up. Poggy.
Team.
Poggy. We have skipped
Team.
something.
I'm coming to that, Nini. I'm coming to that too.
I really want this to
I'm coming back to
I
that too.
love it.
Best team. I've been told it's team. It's not a player. Best team. As you know, hata nisumbua. I'll tell them.
I'm out
wako na heshima.
of they hear and then they say,
Yeah.
oh, you're right.
no, the most exciting team to ref was remember that Mwamba team that used to beat guys in sevens?
50,
47,
60.
60.
No,
So
that
you're talking about
was
sevens.
that was not
Yeah,
Mwamba.
yeah, yeah.
That was not Mwamba. That was Kenya Sevens.
Yeah, so Kenya sevens when they wore black
Yeah, Kenya Sevens in black shirts.
in black shirts.
Loving.
That was
Loving, actually, yeah. In English.
Impala in Kenya colors,
That
no.
time I never-
They
I
did,
didn't
yeah.
go to ref.
So
So you
Mwamba in
love-
Kenya,
you love-
Kenya in Mwamba
Yeah,
So
colors.
Lavin
Lavin
was your
tall.
best
Lavin
player
tall,
as a-
Kolo.
That team.
No, Lavin as a
Mbona si Kolo tall?
English. Walikuja baadaye.
Tall ajui English.
Anajua sahihi.
Tall is doing a second master's degree.
Yeah, second master's degree. Si ya Kiswahili, si ya Sheng.
As of 20
Yeah, Bristol.
as of 2010. Before, what school was
St.
he?
Peters.
St.
St.
Peter's,
Peter's.
Mumia.
Tol, I'm sorry. I respect you as a human.
So that team,
As an
so that team,
Ulinzi.
that will host him, yeah.
Another team, 15th. That Queen's team that won 3
Three-peat.
years running.
Beautiful
that
team.
was just a fantastic team.
I
Those are
would like to-
Kiptos, their shoes.
Yeah, that was a fantastic team.
As
to
a
ref.
sportsman,
Ah,
I
yeah.
say
You
yes.
are toasting to.
I will.
No,
They'll chase you from that
I
club.
can never be chased.
Cooperate.
My guy, I must.
And Impala is toasting to Queens.
Because I beat him.
That
You beat
was-
Cup.
He's talking about Queens.
Yeah, I know. I must switch it up.
Yeah, that's two.
Those two teams.
Those two teams really stood out. Yeah.
Yeah. So now to the 2008 tour. First, take us what we. It's
What
an
happened?
under 19 tour.
Yes, what happened?
What are you doing with children?
Yes, what happened?
What's so special about this tour?
No, this
Oh, you guy.
Oyugi.
Children, they are toys.
Yeah, Kina Oyugi.
Oyugi,
These are children.
Lyle,
Wait, Gisore, is that the trip you went?
2008.
2009 is the one that
9, 8 or 9.
9 is the one that they got lost in Dubai, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
There's a tour. There's a
8 was the
photo.
one
There's a
to-
photo.
There's a
of
photo
you
of
guy, my
Me and
guy.
Yugi in the airport.
Yeah, in the airport. What was that?
That tour was interesting. You know, it was the one in Tunisia, my first
Yes.
Oh, there's your first. No, your
national. And what I found interesting, I don't know the full.
They're saying you're a
story of this,
translator
But you know, we were staying in a hotel in the middle of town.
in the middle of,
And
of
then,
Tunis.
Yeah, very nice hotel. Then the coaches came. I remember meeting Mitch. And Mitch asked me, "This is where you're staying?" And he just told me, "You guys are lucky."
So the refs were saying somewhere else.
So when we discovered where they were staying on the last day of the tournament, hey, we realized these guys have hustle.
These guys are suffering,
These guys had I don't even know what food they were eating, but
but not dog curry.
and they were not staying in the same place as the home team. Home team was staying in standards like
Like,
ours. Yeah, during that tour, I think for me, there were a couple of highlights because we met in Egypt. I mean, we were on different flights, but we met in Egypt, and my passport was. A passport control guy lost my passport at one time.
Yeah.
We almost delayed the flight. You know, they said, "Yeah, bring, and we'll give you back after."
So
Then the
then
guy
after
put
he dropped
it was
it.
under a file somewhere. Then he said, "No, you didn't give me." Then, so actually, I think they were delayed a bit there. Then eventually he found it, and he was very ashamed.
You're like,
And
sorry,
then-
sir.
So they were staying in a different place.
Mustafa, don't fuck us,
So-
man.
It's a family show.
So I don't know what those guys. I think they went through a really hard time there, and that's the one where I got to ref 2 games. Then we met as we were coming back, but they had a bit of a party also on the plane coming back, and
They are a bit of a party. They
enjoyed themselves.
They enjoyed themselves.
Yeah,
That too ended. So, Cap, apart from rugby, because we know you rugby. What else do you enjoy doing? Apart from also cycling. You
Yeah.
don't mention cycling.
What?
well, before I really got engaged in rugby, I used to do a lot of mountaineering.
Oh, yeah.
Mountaineering ni kupanda milima.
There's a time we even did Mount Kenya twice in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Wait, man.
It's worth mentioning.
You went up Mount Kenya twice.
Yeah, we went up. This was
The full
22
up, Ama,
years-
you went-
22 years ago. Actually,
You went up
20.
twice
We went up, did Lenana,
to the peak.
came back. Then we came back, then we said, that place one. And then, so I used to do a lot of that, cave exploring in Suswa.
Cave
Got lost a few
exploring.
times.
This is the white part of Cap.
Cave exploring.
Yes,
in
this is the
Suswa.
white part. Pogi, as Africans, caves are for us being taken onto a boat.
Caves
Don't
exploring.
go into a cave. Don't usiingie cave.
Cave.
No, these are not things that
And there are
we
many
do.
bats there, you can find pythons, just be aware. Some
is why we
traditions,
don't
if you
go
you said if you kill a snake,
Yeah, if you kill
Kamba
in Kamba tradition, if you kill a snake, your
get more
days
days.
are added. Yeah,
That's a Kembuva, a
Kembuva?
puff adder, and
Kembuva.
yeah, a puff adder. A python you don't kill because it's your size. It's bigger. It's taller than you. You can't just no.
Martin, now you are.
No,
This is your turn now.
Let me
This
just
is your
ask.
turn.
There's just one
This is
question.
your turn. 8 games, 7 or 15.
Yeah, I just.
Fifth, that's
The
has to be
chairman
sevens.
has told me
Has
to
to be
ask you a
sevens.
question. No, has to be 15.
8 games. The 8 games can't fit in a day.
Cap, in your history, have you ever done 8 games in a
That
day?
has to be sevens.
Game Nane. No,
Game
the
Nane.
Game Nane joke is, it was a schools tournament.
Yes.
And there was a schools tournament and club games. So the schools tournament had 3 refs.
Yes,
And those, the 3 refs actually did 8 games.
yes.
Yeah, sevens, you know.
No, 15s. You know how
15s?
at patch
How
you
do you
have
do
3
8
pitches.
games? Oh, 3.
You have 3
Oh,
pitches, so you just do them
wait,
from
hey.
9 a.m. till something like.
Yeah. Nachos. and
So these
provision.
guys now are supposed to go do, I think, Kenya Cup or ESS.
Yeah.
They just said, tumefanya game.
Game 9.
Wacha tuende kwa bar.
Now to,
And then they went to barracks nearby.
now to another question. Have you ever been to Club 22?
Club 22. Club 22. For
What
those
is
who don't
Club
know-
22?
Who don't know is when a try is being scored and the ref is caught
At the 22.
at the 22
Yeah.
meter line.
Hiyo ni club ya Toi. Hiyo Toi ni ndio
I
chairman.
think I've been caught once or twice in a sevens match. I think Shaban or those.
Yeah, those-
sisters
yeah,
or
yeah.
Tinjera,
Yeah.
one of those.
22.
But
Come
to
back.
be honest, Gishinga was Club 22, the other one, not this 22 here. You know the other 22? It's a try. If he put it down, it's fine. I'm coming for the
Conversion.
For the conversion. No, kick
Off.
You convert, you find me at the kick off. Then the
Umse ni uncle yako.
Yeah, Uncle Gishinga. He was very, very big. Now he's lost to it.
He was an engineer.
I think we used to call him a priest.
I think he was an engineer.
He
He came and gave a talk.
If you have any questions for Cap, please comment size.
Now, very, very, very simple.
As Martin.
Not boring games. That games you're very you're very focused on, and then you had something and it gave you a chuckle. It made you. Now, the funniest thing you ever had from a team, from a fellow ref, touch judge, the desk, the table,
The table.
funniest thing you had from another ref or the table.
Okay, from another ref.
Yeah.
There's locally. One, I'll say his name. One, Ronald Okoth.
Yeah.
Hey,
So Queens,
Jeshi.
Queens were playing another team.
Yeah.
And we normally say colored for Queens.
colored for Queens,
Maybe red for Impala.
red for Impala,
white,
green for.
So Okoth, things happen. Colorless, release.
Wait, colorless was pointing to Queens.
To the other team.
Colorless.
So that's why we call him colorless.
You call when it's called
amongst us.
wait, colorless.
Then there was a Zambian ref.
Internationally, yes.
Yeah, he was told to ref a session.
Yeah.
And then something happened.
Yeah.
Then he looked at and said, "Number 6, you can't do that what you don't want to do. Penalty."
You can't do that what you don't want to do.
That sounds very.
So I don't know what you want to do, but
Sounds like a story. Anyway, now from a player,
From a player,
locally and
there was
internationally.
a captain of, I think, I can't remember his name, but Nakuru captain, when they used to wear blue.
Yeah.
I remember they were playing in Nondis, either Nakuru or Nakuru 2, back in the day. Then he came to me and told me, "Ref, excuse me, there's a problem. Can you check not rolling away both teams?" So I said, "Yeah, I'll check."
yeah, I'll check.
And the next penalty, his team didn't roll away. So it was penalty against them.
Penalty against you. You told me to
Yeah,
look.
I told him thanks for
that heads up.
for pointing it out.
And internationally,
Internationally, I think it was those friends of ours. They want to fight.
I want to.
Both of them.
He wants to fight.
Yeah.
I want to fight.
Referee, they want to fight.
Higher from a fan, especially Pogi.
No, fun. There's a guy at KCB once.
No, Pogi doesn't.
Yeah, Pogi
But
doesn't.
there was a line out.
What
and then the guy
what year?
I can't remember.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but the
Hey,
guy just
Matafor
came to the line out there. You know, on the
Was it a KCB line out of the
whichever team. You know, when
Oh,
what
the
happens
fence.
with the line out. No. The side of
this side of the club
swimming
swimming pool?
When the line out is near the attacking team's area, sometimes we prefer standing at the front because of the mall.
Yes.
So I came to stand at the front. Then this guy just comes, "Ref, you're constant crap."
Sorry, we should sanitizer.
Sanitizer.
Iko sawa.
Where's the sanitizer?
Huyo jamaa anapatiwa medal.
You are constant. I'm very sure. Impala guys were very happy.
No, we clapped. I think
I
we were there.
just burst into laughter.
That's why you chuckled. But the game was exciting.
No, it was exciting.
Yeah,
You know, when a guy says that, it's so
Ref, you are.
it's so creative. You just take it to another.
Okay, now from a coach must be
From a coach, it was actually not to me, but to another fellow ref. So this guy arrives at a game.
Who's this guy? No, we like names.
It was actually Bosco.
Rugby Afrique.
Bosco arrived at a game.
Yeah.
And then a coach, I won't give the coach his name.
What
I
team?
just told him,
No, it's good team. They don't but a coach. Where Pierre?
Bosco, when I see you, I see a loss. And then they lost.
Ashakubali they lost.
And they lost by a huge margin.
When I see you, I see a loss. Moses Wanyaga is asking.
Mrs. Paris.
They are cards. Imagine.
You know, this card has been used so much. It's even
But you
cut.
can't send me off.
Yeah, please. Moses Wanyaga, in your career, who is the most sinister player you ever refed?
Moses Wanyaga.
Most sinister player.
Most sinister player.
Craziest.
There's one guy who always,
And is it Anthony?
his name is Ogot.
Anthony, oh God. Shout out to Otogode. Otogode, mpaka when you put out the poster that Cap is coming, anasema hii hata siwezi ongea. Alikuwa anajijua.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Haya, from Luka anasema he played with you when he was in high school in high.
Luka didn't play anything in high. High didn't play rugby. The hell, you guys were just touts.
We played them Blackrock and Hamad. That's it.
Hamad them,
Exactly. They were just touts. Kushuka matatu tu kurudi South B. Hakuna kumcheza.
Jana amesema you deserve a card. Okay. Ruben Okubo anasema does Cap go to clubs during training
Yes, it does.
Yes.
to ref practice matches?
Come to Impala
With Abok, we used to do Impala quite a lot. Abok was at Impala.
When we won, actually, he was.
Yeah. Mwamba have done a lot. Homeboys with Pau. Cabras have even taken me there to camp with them. They've also taken Moses Ndungu. Queens quite a number of times. Start with Mitch. Also.
The first
We've
ball
done quite a lot.
the first ball Martin has caught.
Because
quite a while.
because I have mine.
And that's important for refs.
Yeah.
We actually ask refs to please get clubs and ref those training sessions because that is it gives you a scenario of the level of rugby you'll be referring. Because I mean that's training.
That's training. That's what you're going to do.
Keep yourself.
Then
sharp.
you're ball.
No, wait.
Mofida.
From the gallery.
Question from the gallery. It's been answered.
Okay.
fellow ref.
So decide.
We decide.
Unadonga makubwa.
Kai.
Let's do this.
Ayo.
It was
Decide.
heads we win, tails you lose.
Today we just found out it's very simple. For
So,
most
sign this.
you're signing this here.
You're signing this, yeah.
This is actually Legends Trevor, and also we have a gift for him.
From Mobile Cauldron.
Yeah.
Lugano is asking, does Cap remember any post-match drink?
No, we don't remember. Lugano, we remember matches, not post-match. Nini.
Yeah, we're not here to
Try win something at Nondis, then you'll let us know.
Yeah. So drink. This is actually for the you are online. There's
Hecklers,
there's a
mouse pad.
There's a mouse pad. There's a blank.
Mouse pad.
Bad.
The bad.
Ni kuangana bile blanket. Anyway,
Anything else?
something, just a parting shot to the young, anyone who's coming into
To
rugby.
Kena Moses Ndungu.
Yeah, I mean, refereeing first of all is a hobby,
It's a hobby.
but has to be taken professionally. So
Yeah.
it's not something you're going to make income from. That's
Th-
something
let's-
very clear we have to understand. In as much as we really
This is
ask
Kenya
for,
rugby as a whole as well.
facilitation and transport and what people should not come into refereeing, even the game.
Yeah,
Players,
true.
you know,
Yeah.
I've talked to a number of senior guys and they've told me sometimes people are coming in thinking
This is
that you're all going
revenue
to,
generating.
you're all going to get some sponsor,
Some sponsor,
paying your salary. So it's a hobby, but we have to take it at the level as which we take our professional lives,
Careers, yeah.
and you put in that. Be patient over the years. I mean, I've taken 17 years. I've been here in 2020.
2020, 17 years.
So, I mean, and it builds you up. You build networks. You make friends. I think one of the best things is the number of friends you make, and there are also other networking opportunities within the game.
Things that open up, yeah.
Things that open up for you. So look at it from that perspective, but take it seriously. Take it seriously, and if you're preparing for a game, for any game, remember that might be the last game for any of those.
For any of those players,
and they
so-
can retire. So
yeah.
give it your all.
Before Pogi signs out,
No, I'm not signing out. No, kuna swali moja.
uko na swali?
Your career highlight to this point.
I put in the Kenya Cup final, the 2 Kenya Cup finals I've done.
16, this is 16, 17, isn't it?
Yeah, Cabras Impala and
KCB.
KCB Cabras. I mean,
That Impala game, at least you had a lot of drinks.
that was fun.
I have a question as we leave. As you-
Nilifanyika Red Lion after.
Red Lion gani?
No,
Kuna
there are no
tunakumbuka-
stories. There are no stories.
There are no
Yeah,
stories.
there's always, it's just fun.
They just have fun.
See,
That-
see,
can you-
Lugano is
can
not. Lugano came from a very odd place, and then he was put in a hot melting pot, and then he doesn't understand that you don't talk about after parties. You are the one who was asking.
Ndugu. Hey,
Lugano.
we are confused. So to that 2016 final, did you believe? Because myself, I was on the touchline, commentary. I that day I believed in rainmakers
Actually,
Oh, the one at
at
I
Impala.
believe in it now.
I believe in
There
rainmakers.
was no rain in
Half time there was no rain.
there was no rain at halftime,
and then there was thunderstorms
and then there was no rain at the
Yes.
end of the game.
How are you? Do you still have those boots that you left in that
I
game?
threw them away.
Yeah, because Basically, it was a swamp.
No, it was crazy. We actually thought of stopping at one point when we started getting lightning and such. But I think Oloz was coaching and Mike Bishop, and they said, no.
Let's go on.
Let's go on and
Let's
finish
finish the game,
and
yeah.
finish it, which was okay. I mean,
It would
although
have
the
been-
previous Saturday it'd been quite.
Yeah,
quite,
when they beat KCB luckily
Yeah.
8-7.
8-7.
8-7. And confirm.
aliconfirm
Shida ni huko-
usikizangi. Unasema?
Ya
Unasema?
kurace. Cap, thank you very much.
Before you say, what was I saying?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Kwisha.
Thanks.
Tumeruka nje.
God bless.
All the best.
Before you end.